I have selected this part. We see that it's 10 minutes and 27 seconds and 11 frames in the next second. So this is about the size of the episode that as I wanted. This looks interesting. That's worthy of a screenshot right there. And I want to cut the episode here, but I'm not sure what I'm talking about in this part, so I don't want to cut mid-sentence or mid-word. So I'm going to play this and figure out where around I want to make a cut. To zabarvení to takový má. I need to be closer. Ow. Actually, I've been pretty close. Here I'm not talking, and I'm not in mid-sentence. So I'm using the split button, the S, to cut it here. Let's move my selection here. Right-click the selection. Right-click the selection again. Insert region. And this will be the episode. When I'm going to render this, I'm going to right-click, select region, and then I'm going to render it. So we have the start and the end of a episode. Another thing I absolutely forgot to do, you should not just grab video files at the end and move them like this. That's really a bad thing to do, unless you know exactly what you're doing. Another thing, if you are going to edit text, and you split it using the S button, then you will have two clips of a text, and you edit the first one, it's also going to edit the second one, because they both reference the same file, internal file. So if you want to make a copy of a text, do not use split on it, the S button, just copy and paste, and it will actually ask you if you want the new copy to reference the original, or if you want a brand new copy. And if you make a brand new copy, then you can edit one without editing the other. But if you use the S button and edit the first half, then you are also, in other words, will be editing the second half. That's a big problem that I found in the beginning, because I just couldn't figure this out. Until I did, and I was like, fuck. That's another thing that I wanted to do and I need to do. I have a few special episodes that have notes in their names. No, well, not episode, file names. That should be fast forwarded. Tady, zrychlit, which means to be fast forwarded. If I hold the control button while dragging the end of the video, it's going to stretch, make it slower or faster. So if I grab it like this, I grab the wrong one. This is normal because the GUI isn't ideal. Let's do it again. Come on. Yeah, and I know now I grabbed it. This, I very easily made it a time lapse or fast forwarded. I'm not going to put play now. It would have serious consequences. And you can see this by this line, which determines that's going to be fast forwarded, and it's going to have a much bigger frame rate because it's been fast forwarded. You could also make a slow-mo effect, which will have less frames because it's going to stretch or compact the frames to make the effect. Again, if you disable resample, then it's going to look much better than with it enabled. So this part I want to have fast forwarded, and there should be another part, zrychlit. Yeah, here we go. Let's fast forward this one as well to maximum by default. By the way, can you tell in which part of the video that I don't talk? The dog is barking. Yeah, it's here. This is a point where the dog barks. Is easily identifiable. And another points. Are there more points? There might not be. Ah, there is one. But the last one should be fast forwarded as well. Whoop. Now let's remove these. Let's save. Important thing, it crashes a lot, so you need to save a lot, unfortunately. And I keep forgetting about that, and that's bad consequences. So let's move these parts together. And we have seen the 001, which means there is at least a few frames that are in between, that are transitioning from one to another. We don't. That's actually what we want for this specific thing. Zrychlit. Select the end. Move this. This also created a smart transition because it's not perfect, as it's no longer 60 FPS. There are some trailing frames at the end which get combined with the next track. If I were to put it there, I can actually play with it a bit more. Yeah, that should be everything. Well, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. Well, we have the end here. Should I? Yeah, let's do 2 episodes just to show off. That's where I'm going to end. I'm also going to do another one. Let's go to 10 minutes. Make a region. A region was made. Rock. Going to be somewhere around here. I can see that I'm talking here and here. So let's see. To jsou drokové. Drok. Dročí plývač. Myslím, že šel. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect right here, so let's move it. Move it like this. Also, one important thing is, if you are going to edit game videos like this, you need the game volume, which is this track right here, not over volume. What would be the word for it? No, to overshot. No, that's not correct either. Not to be too loud. It needs to be more in the background for the voice to be heard properly. You don't want the voice to be drowned inside the music and the effects of the game. As you could hear right now, the music is more in the background, so, and the audio is, you can hear it quite louder than it's going to be in the resulting video. And if I were to play in the part that I'm
To jsou drokové. Drok. Dročí plývač.
Yeah, you could hear it here.
Dročí plývač.
Yeah. Myslím, že šel do mých mágů, ale moc se mu to nepovedlo. In the final version of the video, you could easily hear what I'm saying without it being drowned in the background music, which is really put into background, but still heard in this case. So let's make some entry and some entry transition and out transition, also transition out these videos. You usually want to make an intro and put it here. I have my own intros that I have pre-rendered. I just put them as a single clip somewhere. For example, I would put them, for example, here. That would be I'm no longer doing this for each and every episode. I'm doing it for the first episode of a series only. I don't want to start the video like this, so what are the important frames here? This is where we start moving. Come on. About here. Then I'm going to go into the corner, which will make this icon appear. And this is the transition. We can see how it affects the video itself. Right now it's very self-explanatory. You can also It works as a time function, and the time function you can right click on the right border in this case and set the curve. You can make it exponential, linear, etc, etc. But in my case I don't care. I will show in a moment why. So how long is this? This is 12 seconds, fine. And let's also do the same for the audio. So the audio starts at 0 and gradually goes up. And the same with the ending. So there is action here, a lot of action. Because there is a lot of action, I want to make it exceptionally short. So let's go like 20 milliseconds. Like this. And we can go like this with the audio. And here is a cut that I made where one file ends and another starts. I just want to do this a bit, actually a bit more, because there is a sound for starting a new recording. Let's see. Yeah, like this. That would be right. Which means I need to update this, move it here. So it now adds here. So how many important frames of video are here? Quite a few. We should make it as little as possible. Let's go to like 40 milliseconds. 14 milliseconds. And the same here. Make the audio, game audio, but not the voice. No, please notice that I'm not doing it to the voice. The voice will be is not fading out or fading in. Only the game audio is fading out or fading in, but not the voice. And there is an important distinction between those. And instead of having it fade in and out from black like this, we can select anything we want really. But I've made my own transition. That's something that's quite advanced and took me a lot of hours to do, creating your own transition. It's in the gradient vibe section, and I have a template fade in and fade out. It can be used in between two, but anything, it can also be it shows that it's between A and B, but one of them can be missing. In its case, it's just replaced by black or anything that you want as a default. By default, the video is black. And I can put it just by clicking, dragging and dropping it into this transition. I can apply it to the transition. I'm going to show here. And pay attention to how it looks like. It should start as black. Then gradually there is a sunray effect that's going to show the symbol. Like this. I'm clicking through it. It's very, very fluid at 60 FPS, by the way. This is it looks great. I should edit at least a part of a video here towards the end, just to show how this looks like. And I'm now moving in the video that there are black lines here because that's where the level starts and ends, or something like that. Because I'm moving the camera now, and it starts to dissipate into the actual gameplay bit by bit as the symbol is dissolved and the black ceases to exist until we have the full screen. Now we have done this to the just here. I'm going to undo this. I'm going to select both of these. Usually I would select all. Usually I would select all, but I would have to have multiple, all of the episodes edited in like these two. I don't currently. Take some time. And now after selecting all of this, I'm going to add it here. Let's see what it does. And also towards the end. Come on. It's the first part. Let's put the cursor here. And here. And we can already see it was already also applied to the second episode that we have edited in the start. And let's do the same with the ending transition. Whoop. And now we can see. Let's check out the ending transition, which works pretty much in the same way. First a symbol applies, and then the video itself starts dissolving into the symbol and blackness. And because we had both of them selected with control, you can hold control, you can see the start of the episode here is also edited like this. This one isn't, but that's going to be the next one that I'm going to do. And like this we have edited, and it's pretty much prepared to be rendered into our final product. We can now just select the entire region, hit render as, and render it into an actual file. Well, this is just a project which can be opened in Vegas. It's not saved as files and such. Well, it's not saved as video files. It's saved just as references and such. You need to actually render it into an actually playable file, which is how you do this. You do this by running. You can also extract audio from a Redbook audio CD for those old Redbook audio CDs. You can do a lot of things. There is a lot of advanced stuff. But what I have shown today, shown. I'm not Shaun. That's a name. Shaun is a name. That I have shown. I cannot speak today. What you have seen today is just the most basic of editing. I don't need to save. And that's going to be the end. You should. There are hundreds at this point, probably hundreds of tutorials for any advanced stuff. And this is pretty much just a basic overview of how to do things and how things works, and how things look like. There is so many buttons that have so many functions that I don't even remember. Yeah, is there something important that I could stream, synchronizing? There is a shitload of stuff that you don't really. Basically, it depends what you're going to do, but in any case you probably won't be using over 90% of what this software can offer to you. It has a lot of options. That's what balances out the frequent crashes. I had this software from, I don't know, I ran the first versions up to version Sony Vegas Pro 6. Not 6, Sony Vegas Pro 8. I ran them on Windows XP, 32-bit. Then and when I was at Vegas Studio 11, I actually changed from Windows XP to Windows 7. I might change into Linux at some point and see if the newer versions can be work in Wine and emulators and such. And I had this on multiple computers. I had this on multiple operating systems, and if there is one constant, it was the crashing. No matter what system or whatever I was doing in it, it was crashing in some form or another. That's a major disadvantage for using this software. I can't speak anymore, my throat hurts, I've been talking for hours. Well, that's it for it now, I guess. I might do some special tutorials later, like for example how to make your custom transition in Sony Vegas, which you can also drag and drop the duration of and make it as make its length as you need. Modify the length to your needs. which is nice. If you want to do an intro, you could use Sony Vegas to create your own intro, but you could also use some other software and then just modify it such it can in such a way that it could be easily imported into Sony. I'm also calling Sony Vegas. I guess also I'm calling it most of my life. It's Magix Vegas now, so I'm sorry for that. And imported into this at the beginning or ending of videos or whatever. It would probably be easier at this point. There are some pretty nifty tools for making intros and 3D graphics and such. Yeah, that's about it. That's all.